Hey, Jonathan back again with JonathanLearnerFitness.com and Vancouver Fit Body Bootcamp. I am back here again with Ashley. She came on last week and we talked about a lot of the foods that you want to avoid in your diet. So I have her here again, and what she's going to be talking about now is a brief look at, so we talked about last week foods to avoid. Now she wants to replace that with what are the foods that you should be incorporating into your diet to make up for those foods that we're trying to get rid of in our diet.
Hi, this is Ashley back again from In Your Own Skin Holistic Nutrition, and as Jonathan mentioned, we're going to fill up your diet with awesome stuff now that we've taken out some of the bad items. So the first three, sugar, aspartame, and high fructose corn syrup, I'm going to give you some replacements for those items. So things like sugar that comes from fruit. So for example, dates are a really good source of something if you're craving something sweet. They can be put in all sorts of things. You can put them in smoothies, or you could make your own kind of little nut and date bars, and they're really awesome. And they're really good for athletes as well, to be fueling up before a workout. So dates. Another sweetener that I like to use is coconut sugar. Apparently it doesn't spike your blood sugar as much as these do, so that's great, and it also tastes really good, and you can use it for baking, so that's another option. And another one would be maple syrup. So I use this one occasionally, and the darker the better, because you want something that's the least kind of refined and processed, and it has that kind of nice mapley type flavor, and yeah, it's really good. It can be really high in your micronutrients and vitamins and mostly minerals. So maple syrup. This other one might surprise you. Sometimes I use molasses because it is a little bit sweet. It has to be blackstrap molasses though, dark quality. It's a very strong taste, so sometimes you want to just use a little bit, but it has a little bit of a sweet flavor to it, and it's really high in iron and all of those, those minerals that your body needs. So those are some good options to sweeten up your life. Once you're taking out those artificial bad sweeteners, sugar and high fructose corn syrup.
What's your take on stevia?
Stevia is another one. I forgot about that. Mostly what I've heard has been good, and it is from a plant. It's a little bit processed, but not like some of the other things like agave. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend agave, just because of the fact that it can be quite processed. But yeah, no, I've heard good things about stevia. Yeah, go for it. So MSG, what can you use to excite your taste buds just as well as MSG without creating an excitotoxin situation in your body? Well, sea salt or Himalayan salt, those are good sources of minerals and electrolyte balances in the body, and it adds flavor to food. Spices is another thing that I often use, so things like cumin, cayenne, oregano, black pepper, all of those things that can really add depth and flavor to your food. Another would be herbs. So things like basil, parsley, rosemary, thyme, all of those different types of herbs. Chives would be another one. They also add kind of more depth and flavor to your food and make it a little bit more exciting. And the last ones would be garlic, obviously, and onions. And garlic and onions are fabulous for killing off bugs that have antimicrobial properties to them. So they're used really, really well to kill off any sorts of colds or flus or yeast or funguses or things like that in the body. So they're really great for that. Last but not least, we have your low-fat and low-calorie foods. So instead of a low-fat or non-fat yogurt, you choose full-fat, preferably an organic yogurt would be best, or full-fat milk. Any type of dairy should be full-fat, and also preferably organic. So the other thing too would be, instead of packaged foods or microwavable lunches, try your best to get some fresh vegetables in there, good quality protein. So wild fish, free-range chicken, turkey, good quality free-range organic beef, all of those types of things if you're a meat eater. Those are really good ways to satiate your body and nourish your tissues, and so satisfying your body. Legumes, nuts, seeds are also great. Veggies, so leafy greens, broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, bok choy, all those are great. Yams are another one. So basically eat real food. That's kind of the message there. Anything that's been processed a lot, or things are taken out or added back in, the best kinds of foods are ones that haven't even been kind of touched.